There's one thing, one behavior, that 99% of men never master. It's not money. It's not looks. It's not status. It's something much rarer, something invisible, something women notice instantly, even if they can't explain why. And when a man lives by this principle, he becomes magnetic without even trying. Today, on Stoic Power Codes, we are going to reveal what that missing piece island. We'll break down why almost every man fails to live it, why women instinctively crave it, and how Stoic philosophy has given us the blueprint to unlock it for over 2,000 years. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also give you the Stoic practice you can apply today that will separate you from nearly every man alive. The silent power women crave. Let's get straight to it. The quality that women love, but that almost every man neglects, is emotional self-mastery. Not charm, not game, not endless chasing, but the ability to remain calm, centered, and unshaken in a chaotic world. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled the most powerful empire in history, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of Stoicism, and it's the foundation of male attractiveness at the deepest level. Why? Because the average man is controlled by everything around him. He gets angry when insulted. He gets desperate when ghosted. He gets insecure when compared. His emotions are like a puppet on strings, pulled by circumstances, women, and even his own fears. But the Stoic man is different. He is not ice-cold or emotionless, but he is unshaken. He may feel anger, but it doesn't control him. He may feel desire, but it doesn't consume him. He may feel rejection, but it doesn't break him. And when a man lives like this, he instantly stands apart from 99% of men. Why 99% of men fail this test? Why do most men fail at emotional self-mastery? Because they are addicted to reaction. Society conditions men to constantly prove themselves. From childhood, we are taught, if someone insults you, strike back. If a woman rejects you, chase harder. If life gets tough, complain, vent, and drown in distraction. The average man believes strength is measured by loudness, aggression, or domination. But women see through that instantly. They know anger comes from insecurity. They know neediness comes from fear. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Most men are slaves to approval, slaves to their emotions, slaves to the chase, and that's why they fail the test women silently give every man they meet. Can this man hold his center, or will he collapse the moment he is tested? The Stoic secret women respect instantly. Here's the paradox. You don't win women's respect by trying to impress them. You win it by being unimpressed by their tests. A Stoic man doesn't ignore women. He doesn't play childish games, but he also doesn't orbit around them like a planet around the sun. Instead, he remains rooted in his own mission, his own purpose, his own discipline. Seneca put it perfectly. He who has great power should use it lightly. True power is calm. True attraction is presence. When a woman throws a test at you, whether it's sarcasm, a delay in response, or probing your weakness, most men crack. They over-explain, they panic, they beg. But the Stoic man responds with composure, sometimes with silence, sometimes with a simple, grounded answer. This is the quality women secretly crave but almost never find. A man who cannot be easily moved. The story of the unshaken man. Let me illustrate this with a story. In ancient Rome, there was a Stoic philosopher named Cato the Younger. Cato was known for his incorruptible integrity. When others drank to excess, he stayed sober. When others bribed their way to power, he walked away. Even Julius Caesar, the most powerful man of his time, was unsettled by Cato's unshakable presence. Caesar could buy soldiers, senators, and kingdoms, but he couldn't buy Cato's respect. Now ask yourself, if an emperor, the most powerful man in the world, was unsettled by the composure of one Stoic, What chance does the average woman have of not noticing when a man carries himself with that same quiet power? This is what women truly respect. Not wealth alone, not charm alone, but the calm dominance of a man who will not bend his principles just to win favor. Why? Emotional mastery equals dangerous power. Let's be clear. Emotional mastery doesn't just make you attractive, it makes you dangerous. Because the man who cannot be manipulated emotionally, cannot be baited into unnecessary fights, cannot be guilt-tripped into weakness, cannot be seduced away from his mission. This is why women find him irresistible. It's not because he plays games, it's because he is rare. Think of it this way. When a storm hits, most men are like trees with shallow roots. They shake, they break, they fall. But the Stoic man is like the mountain itself. He doesn't resist the storm with panic, he simply stands unmoved. Women feel this instinctively. They may not say it, but deep down they crave the presence of a man who can stand like a mountain when life throws chaos their way. How to practice emotional self-mastery daily? So how do you master this rare quality? The Stoics gave us tools thousands of years ago. Here are 3 you can use immediately. 1. The pause before reaction. When insulted, betrayed, or provoked, pause, breathe. Ask, does this deserve my energy? 9 times out of 10, silence is more powerful than any comeback. 2. Voluntary discomfort. Practice cold showers, fasting, hard training. Why? Because when you deliberately choose discomfort, you prove to yourself that emotions don't rule you, you rule them. 3. Negative visualization. Imagine losing what you cling to, status, wealth, even relationships, not to make you sad, but to remind you that everything external is temporary. This gives you calm detachment when tested. When you live by these practices, you stop being reactive. You stop being desperate. You stop being ordinary. And this is the one thing women love that 99% of men will never embody. At the end of the day, here's the truth. Most men are ruled by their emotions, but the Stoic man masters them. And in a world where almost everyone is chasing, reacting, and begging for attention, the man who stands calm and centered is more dangerous and more attractive than any other. This is the rare quality women crave but almost never find. And if you master it, you'll join the 1% of men who don't just chase validation, they command respect. If this resonated with you, don't just disappear into the noise. Subscribe to Stoic Power Codes right now. Because here, we don't just talk philosophy, we arm you with the wisdom to live it, to master yourself, and to walk through the world with unshakable presence. The world is full of men who react. Be the man who responds. Be the man who cannot be moved.